Hello, friends.
Oh, hi. Hi, hi, hi.
We are here to talk about the ancestors.
Yay.
So ready for fall.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. Has it been cold up there or over there?
It got chilly a little bit, but not like chilly. We had a couple of nights where the low was like 59 or something.
Oh, yeah.
Today, the high was like 72, but it was humid still. So it's like,
Uh, oh, it was dry and cold.
oh,
Like
nice.
I almost turned on the heater. Yeah,
Wow.
it was cold. Yeah.
Oh, I have not gotten the
Really?
cold yet. There was one day I've still had my windows open. I refused.
Oh, you do?
As a matter of fact, the air is on right now because it was just too humid in here, and I'm like, nope, got to turn the air on. But I have one day where I got a sweater out, and I was like, oh my god, I can wear a sweater for a little while. Maybe an hour.
Yeah. And then you get hot. I know. I do
Yeah,
the same thing in the morning.
yep. But it was a good day.
Good. I
Hi,
get
Witchy.
Hi, Witchy. I just turned us on the phone so I can read the comments easier.
Yay.
I have all these lights in my face, so it's hard to see. Oh my gosh. Hello, hello.
Hi, everyone.
Oh
Hello.
yeah. Yeah, Witchy wore a hoodie and leggings too. It was cold. Where are
I
you at, Witchy?
love that when it's cold.
I know. Comfy, snuggly clothes.
Yeah.
Great.
I haven't even gone to storage to get my winter clothes out because I know me, but it's right on the edge. All my football sweaters and stuff are all in with my fall clothes, so I really need to go get them because the season has started now. But
Yep. I know,
it's
yeah,
been
you guys do all the shirts and stuff, huh? That's fun.
oh yes,
We don't follow anything like that.
oh
Oh,
yes. I always have at least one Bill's like T-shirt or something. So even before I get my fall clothes out, I can at least wear. You have to wear, and I'm always wearing my sneakers. I have Buffalo
oh
Bill
yeah.
sneakers.
Oh, fun. Those are funny. I love
Yeah.
it.
So gotta do it.
I know. I'll keep up with who's winning and who's not. But that's as far as I go. I have to keep up with the teenage boys at school,
Oh yeah,
knowing who's
absolutely.
playing who and when the games are. And
Oh yeah. I will say that's one nice thing with my dad living here now is that for a long time, because I was the only Buffalo fan, I've been watching the games by myself for years because everybody else likes a different team and stuff. And
oh
so
no.
him and I actually get to watch the games now. It's nice.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
You guys can have a tailgating party.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Especially if we make it to the Super Bowl this year finally.
Oh, that will be good.
Yay.
All right.
Michigan
So,
here was cooler. Yes. I
yeah,
know. I love it too.
I love it. This is my favorite. I always feel the best. My body feels the best at this time of year.
Definitely.
Yeah. I wish it would stay like this.
And hot flashes. Here we go.
Oh no.
That's why I have the air on. I'm telling you, it was way too humid. I thought, yeah, right. Well, plus you can't really see, but
Oh, hi, hi.
and he's sleeping right next to me, and he's so warm.
I write a little heater, like little radiators.
So funny. You're my baby.
So I was telling Jen, we have the wedding coming up. I think we're like T minus 3 weeks. So I haven't even got my dress yet. Bob doesn't have his suit, the shirt, the tie, nothing. So we're doing that. Today's our anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Cute, 31 years. Well, with a little blip, but 31 years.
We all have a little blip. I had a whole year. Peter and I actually divorced and got remarried. So,
Yes, we did too.
but
Yeah, that's so weird.
we don't count
Anyway,
that.
no, no. So 1993. That's what we're going with. So 31
Mhm.
years, and he's in northern Vermont, like by the Canadian border
Wow.
tonight. So I'm sad. But Friday we're
True.
gonna go dress shopping and get him a
Yeah.
box and all that stuff, and then we're gonna go for Chinese food. So
I was gonna say you should go out to dinner after that. So yeah, there you go.
yeah.
Make it a night.
Thank you, everybody.
So nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I know I was telling Deb too, my birthday is tomorrow and we actually got tickets to go to a play. I haven't been to a play in so long. It's
Um,
one of my beefs is I love all the culture stuff like going to plays and concerts and I would go to orchestras and all that kind of stuff. But stuff is so expensive now. I don't understand. When we were kids, it was not expensive to go to that stuff.
no.
And now it's crazy.
Yeah. It's around here. It's like $25 a ticket.
That's
So
really good. Around here, it's a lot
yes,
more than that.
right.
I thought I was lucky because the tickets we have for tomorrow night is actually a day before opening, so it's like the big dress rehearsal, and because of that, we got lower price tickets, and they were only $56 a piece.
Ouch. Wow. I thought New Hampshire was expensive.
Yeah,
Well,
$56 a piece.
actually, probably more like that, like over in Portsmouth.
All
Like,
right,
the rich towns, Dover, Portsmouth, like UNH, that type of thing. But around here, like we have the Pittsfield Players, and it's like $25 a ticket, and it's all like people like you and I that are doing it
right,
for fun. They don't get paid, but the shows
right.
are amazing. I love.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we
I
never
was telling
go.
Peter because it's funny. We were talking, you're just chatting and stuff, and I was bitching to him actually about how expensive the tickets are for stuff. And I'm like, I really miss because he likes plays and stuff too. I'm like, I really
Oh,
miss going to plays and stuff, but we can't afford it to go anymore. And I said, we should check out the local high school performances and stuff because they're pretty good sometimes.
yep,
And
yep,
they're usually not even them. They're like $20 now a piece.
right, yeah, yep.
But I'm like,
When,
yeah, $20, so for $40 we go and see high school kids, but
right,
sometimes they're pretty good, so, and
and,
he's like, yeah, he goes, we should check the theater that we used to go to. And I'm like, yeah, well, look. And this performance happened to be on my birthday. And it was a special, like lower cost performance because it was right before opening day is actually the following day.
oh, nice.
And he's like, order the tickets. Let's do it.
That's good.
So I'm really excited. It's going to be it's actually Young Frankenstein.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I'm really psyched. So I love that movie. So I'm excited.
Yeah. So ancestors.
Yay.
Um,
I love, love, love when this time of year comes around because it's
oh yeah.
awesome and it's my favorite time of year. But that is when the ancestors are much closer to us than before.
Yeah. Jen and I were reading through the different like celebrations that maybe some that you're not familiar with. And we were trying to like pronounce all of them. So
Which is not easy.
hopefully we'll do a good job when it's time. It was funny.
Not easy. So I don't know about you. I definitely feel the closeness of the ancestors when it starts getting a lot closer.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, it's funny. We're just talking about how you haven't had like a whole lot of houses and stuff before. Recently that stuff has happened.
Mhm.
Lori, I thought you weren't gonna be able to make it. Or is that the other Lori? But I've had my ring light all the time, turns on all the time, and my grandma is the one that screws with the electric. From
Oh,
before when we were living in her house, she used to like turn on the bathroom light all the time and stuff. So I think the ring light is easy enough for her to mess with that. We'll just be sitting here. My dad and I are talking or something, and the ring light will turn on out of nowhere, and you're like, okay. I get it. But that just started happening the last couple of weeks.
oh wow. I had a
So,
ball hit my foot, one of Bella's balls, All the dogs were outside. I have no idea where it came from. No clue. Hi,
Just
Trisha. Oh my
you
God.
are.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I know you're here. Let me finish my housework. Uh, but
Hi, Trisha.
it kind of makes you step back for a minute and be like, okay, I don't want to. I try
Right?
to rationalize it, and there is no rational explanation.
Nah. Might as well not even bother. Even Peter, Peter is not,
Huh?
he's not, not that he doesn't believe in stuff. He does, but he's much more cynical and he's much more the skeptic than I am. And he'll say, Jesus, would you tell your grandmother to back off a little or something? And I'm like,
That's funny.
good luck.
Oh,
But
Trish, thanks for stopping in. Definitely. Yeah, as long as you can.
that's right.
We need more Samhain ideas, more ancestor ideas.
All right. So to start with, I was just gonna talk about a little bit about the veil, and this is why a lot of spiritual people, you can have ancestral connection all year round, but a lot of spiritual people really start to connect better and connect more deeply and connect to ancestors further on down the line at this time because you hear people talk about the veil is thinner. So, and that is, to me, that's the veil between worlds. I have a different take on it than some people, and it's based on the Celtic belief system and from my 20 whatever years I've been doing this now. I feel like the veil is kind of an egg shaped that goes around our universe, and that the thinnest points are Samhain and Beltane. And one side of the veil is for, our ancestors that have crossed over. And the other side of the veil is like the fae creatures. And that side of the veil, to me, at Beltane, I get much more activity and closeness and connection with the fae around Beltane.
Spirits. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So it is, and for a lot of different cultures, this is the time where you should be able to reach out much easier than at any other time of the year. And your ancestors should be able to connect with you much easier than at any other time of the year. So I would, a number of things. One is keep an eye out for that. And two is try not to be too freaked out by it. And you are able to set boundaries. So just know that you have the ability to say no and set boundaries.
Yep.
I
have firmly set my boundaries.
Definitely. And sometimes you need to, for sure.
I don't want any people in my face. I don't want any full body apparitions. No, I'd probably have a heart attack.
And
I'll talk to them all day long.
I don't know about you, but at least in the beginning, what you start to realize is the things that, like you were saying, you kind of explain them away other ways, or a lot of times your peripheral vision is what sees a lot of stuff. So, and it's hard to train yourself not to immediately look at it, because to me, it's like a reflection almost. You almost get the reflection of the spirit. Right. So I've had to, and sometimes I still do, don't get me wrong, but I've tried to train myself more, instead of looking directly at it. If I think I see something, just to kind of concentrate on it, to like, okay, do I really see? Yes, I do. Okay, there's really something there. And I've seen a lot more when I can remember to not look right at it.
Yeah. I wonder why they disappear. Like, I've only seen 2 full bodies, and they were both my brother. Well, no, 3. So my mother-in-law when I had my daughter, and then my brother twice. But usually when I turn and look, they disappear. They're not there.
And I really think it has to do, now my guess is my educated guess, I guess, is that because they're a reflection. It's like hearing an echo. It
Oh.
Technically, it's not that you're able to see into the spirit world, but you're hearing the echo from the beyond the veil. So you're seeing like an echo that if you look at it, the echo is not in this realm. So now you're looking at this realm.
Oh, yeah.
So you're not able to really see. Now
Right.
that's I have heard, and I think I know I've seen some stuff once in a while, but again, you kind of talk yourself out of it. You're like, I didn't really see that, So once in a while, they are able to break through, and the closer we get to Samhain, the more that happens, and the more you'll be able to see. And so,
yeah, the messages get clearer.
Definitely. I have a new woman visiting my house. She's been using the lights to get my attention.
Just like your grandmother.
Yep. There's something about the new, like, if my ring light is like a digital light thing, it's a lot easier for them to manipulate the electric of the switch or something with the digital stuff, because it's not actually a switch. Most of the time, it's a little button or something.
Yeah.
And it seems much easier.
Either.
Yeah. Seems much easier for them to interact with that.
That's cool.
The other thing you can do if you don't have like digital kind of lights is when I was ghost hunting, we would you get one of those small flashlights, and you just kind of unscrew it so it's right at the point of not being able to work anymore. And so all they have to do is touch it and they can turn it on and off.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to do that a lot with the flashlight. Like you just unscrew it. So it's just, if they touch it one way, it's on. And then if they let go, it goes back off. So that's, if you're trying to communicate, that's a good way to do it.
Not tonight, because Bob's not home and I'll be scared.
Not tonight. My father is a joker and a funny guy. He likes to hide my stuff until I yell at him. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
We have the Fae are terrible with that in my house, but we're kind of, as much as I love the Fae, we're kind of looking forward to getting our stuff back and not having everything disappear during the dark half of the year.
Right.
It's been horrible this year for some reason.
They're trying to get your attention.
Oh. And the boys, a lot of the boys stuff. The boys have come in. I can't tell you. I'm sure. I think I said this before, and they're like, "I hate the Fae." I'm like, "Shut up! Don't you say that."
God, don't say that.
No, jeez. Go give them an extra offering now.
Right.
But I cannot even explain how many times they've been like, okay, I'll go find some crystal chips or something, put some in, because they have an offering in their room. We have an offering outside, and I have an offering in the main house. And they'll, okay, I'll go put a new offering in, because you kind of forget about it after a while, and their stuff shows up.
Nice. That's good.
A lot. So, but
that's fine.
Yeah, tarot cards is a great way.
I can't remember what movie it was, but I do Crackers and Honey a lot. What the heck movie was that? And they're always gone. Always.
Oh, yeah. That sounds familiar. I do Honey a lot too. I used to do not crackers, but like fluffier cakes or little biscuit things that I put honey on, or
there was a little, like, I don't know what he was. He was a little dude, and he'd run around the scene with. It was older.
Sounds really familiar.
Oh yes, Trisha got it.
Spiderwick, yeah, there you go.
I love that movie. It's so fun.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm sorry, am I in your way? You're pushing me.
Kicking you?
Yes.
Rocky will do that. Just stretch out his legs and push you off.
Yes, he is. You're bothering me, Mama.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so yes, tarot Tarot's a good way to connect for sure. There's a number of tarot cards actually. We haven't talked about. I'll start to talk about the ancestor altar soon. But there's certain cards that I pull out.
I'm gonna run and grab something if I can find it real quick.
Okay. There's certain cards that I pull out that I keep on my ancestor altar. The Empress for me represents the female line of my ancestors. So all the way down the line, the entire female line of my ancestors. So I keep the Empress card on my ancestor altar, and the Emperor card represents the male line of ancestors all the way down the line. So I keep those two cards on my ancestor altar all the time. Some other tarot cards that can represent ancestor work is Death. Death is a good one because it's, can mean the connection of spirit.
Oh, I love that she's pregnant.
That's a good deck. I get that deck out every year after Mab, and that's the Santa Muerta deck.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I gotta look that one up.
That's a really good one. I like that one a lot. I think it's Low Scarabeo. Yeah. And then also the Wheel of Fortune is a great card to connect with ancestors. That talks about the cycle of your ancestors' comings and goings. Sorry, it's a glossy deck, so it's hard to.
Oh, I like that one too.
There's a lot of other cards, but that's just kind of 4 of them. I keep the Emperor and Empress up as I have a male half of my ancestor altar usually, and a female half of my ancestor altar. Because for me, not that I don't connect with my male ancestors, but not as much. There's certain male ancestors, but not as much as my female.
Yeah, no, me either. It's usually my mom's side too.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, that's so
mine too.
Wow.
And that doesn't mean that, I don't venerate them. I still have little offering dishes and stuff up for them, and I venerate them, but I connect much more to the female line.
Yep. Yep. So. The only male that will come through often is my brother. And I think an uncle on my mom's side.
I get my grandfather from my mom's side. And I get my son, the twin that I had. I do get them sometimes too.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
But that's about it, really. I mean, once in a while, if I really think about it and really try to connect to them, I can. But I just it's a much more, I don't know, I guess it's an easier relationship or something with my female line. So ancestor altars, it's not something you have to do. I have a small ancestor altar up all the time, but at this time of year, it's kind of nice not to have the air on, but I'll probably start sweating. This time of year, I usually put up a really big ancestor. That's usually my main altar for this time of year is an ancestor altar. And the ideas of what to put on an ancestor altar are wide and varied, but I figured I'd give you some ideas of what I've been putting on mine.
I don't have an altar per se. We have a wall.
That's nice. Yeah. You can do that. Absolutely. If you don't have the space for. That is nice. That's really nice. I actually got 2 new things that I'm going to do for my ancestors this year, which is these little trees. And I found these at a thrift store. And so,
I love those.
They have like little lockets and stuff. So you put either your pictures on them, or if you don't have pictures of your ancestors, I plan on putting some like just their names or the family name. Like my mom's maternal line is the Underhills. So I figured I'd put Underhill on one of them.
Yeah.
And then I found a bigger one. After I got this one, I found a bigger one.
Oh, pretty.
Which has bigger They're just little frames. So I figure I'll try to find pictures and put pictures of, you know, the line that I knew.
Oh, that's fun.
And then with this one, I figured I really like the little leaves on here. They're metal.
Yeah.
The whole thing is metal. But the little leaves, I thought I can write names or write, you know, that line, the Underhill line, the my dad's line is Stollery, so I can write Stollery on there, and some of the actual ancestors that have crossed over, I figure I can write their names on the leaves.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be pretty for an ancestor altar.
Yeah.
My ancestor space. Oh, that's good.
Shelf on my bookcase.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. The other thing is, we can talk about, let's not get into stones yet. I will get into stones. But Scullies, because I love Scullies anyways, I always have had, that was my first video on my channel, was showing my ancestor altar actually. And I was going to go back and look at it, but I didn't have time this week.
Oh, you'd probably cringe.
I know, I'm sure I would, because I know I didn't show myself. I just kind of scanned over my ancestor altar and talked about it.
Yeah.
But so I always have Scullies on my ancestor altar. And you can pick, I have in the past, I've picked one skull that represents each ancestor that I'm venerating at the time. You can just represent, like I said, with male and female line, you can have one skull that represents male and female. I have this skull. To me, I have been using this one for the last couple of years because it looks primitive to represent like my long past ancestors that, you know, I didn't meet.
Mm-hmm.
But that
I like that one.
Were from long ago.
Yeah. Like hominids.
Yes. There's these are from Mexico, usually called Calaveras skulls.
Oh, fun.
And they're made from terracotta.
Oh, pretty.
And they can be used to represent a specific ancestor altar.
Oh, nice. I gotta get another one. I used mine in a spell.
So they can represent different ancestors. I have my ancestors area on a windowsill. Oh, that's good. Above my altar art desk. It's small, but serves a perfect. Yep, that's perfect. And that's usually kind of what I do. I just have them on a little shelf usually, and I'll switch things around as I'm, you know, sometimes certain ancestors come to mind more. So I'll kind of venerate one specifically for a while. It's just this time of year, I do a big one where I like my whole altar kind of is about the ancestors. I do some kind of offering dish for the ancestors.
Oh, I love that.
And so for me, again, because I separate mine male and female, I have, you know, different things for each side. Depending on the ancestors that you're venerating, you can have different offerings for a specific ancestor. Like I know I used to, for my uncle's offering, I used to put bourbon in there because he was a bourbon guy, you know, and liked good bourbon. So I'd put some bourbon in. My grandfather, love him to death, but he smoked all his life. So I used to put good tobacco in his offering. It's just, it depends on the, you know, the ancestors that you're venerating and what they liked.
Yeah.
Be careful with anything food products, you know, that you're not inviting ants and insects and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But stuff like whiskey and stuff is usually okay.
Yeah.
Beer and cigarettes. Yep, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. What else? I happen to have a Hecate. I keep Hecate on my ancestor altars because she is, you know, of the underworld. You could also have like Persephone.
Nice.
Persephone would be a good one to have on there. Anything that venerates the deities that you work with when you work with your ancestors, if you do.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's all a personal thing. What else? Pictures. I keep lots of pictures of my ancestors on my altars. That's my gram.
Oh, very nice. Oh, that's
And so I try to keep pictures up there if I can.
I don't think I have mine down here. No, I don't. Weird. I have one portrait of my great grandparents.
Oh, I love them. I love the old timey portraits of them when they look so young and
dress on, and it was like a big deal to get their photos taken at that point. So
yeah, back then it definitely was. The other thing though is just to keep in mind who you're venerating. Either you want to, and you can do both.
Cool.
You either want to have something for your whole line of ancestors, or collectively all of your ancestors, or you can pick out specific ancestors that you were close to or that you feel close to if you've done a lot of your family tree work and stuff. And sometimes you're going back generations and you find an ancestor that you're like, wow, this really sounds like me, and not connecting really well with a specific ancestor.
Right.
Think about what they would have liked, what their personality was. For the twin that died, because I did not get to know him, and I have some connections with him, but Joey really is connected with him more than anybody. But so I have like a little wooden block that has a candle holder on top of it. So I always have that up for him.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's sweet.
Like the baby blocks with the A, B, C or whatever on it.
Yeah.
So it's just about, keeping funeral cards. Oh yes. I have a few funeral cards too. Yep.
I have funeral cards. They're all stuck in my childhood Bible.
Oh, there you go. Yep. I hope my ancestors use beer for me. Yay. I have an ancestor rattle with my photos. I use it when I put an offering. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That is great.
Call them in.
Love that.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I love that idea, Lori.
That's a great idea. Sound. And anytime I try to remember all five senses. So anytime you're putting together an altar, you're putting together a ritual or anything, try to think about all five senses and what you can incorporate for all five senses into that veneration, into that spell, into that altar, into, whatever it is. Yeah. So the incense, you can have incense for smell.
Yeah, I get a lot from the ancestors with smell.
Oh, me too. A lot of people do.
Tons, yeah.
You start smelling roses or tobacco or...
That's like the first hit I get usually is scent. And then I'll get that feeling of somebody standing behind you.
Yes.
Like, okay, what do I need to know?
The cool breeze when there's no windows open. And Yep. Think about all the senses and what you can do for them, when you're thinking about all five senses. What else? I've been talking too long.
Do you always put out an offering like at a regular interval? Like I only do it when I get hits, like somebody's around.
It depends. Now year round, I only switch it up. Like if I'm thinking about a specific one, or one of them comes into my dreams or something, I'll put out a different offering. During Samhain time, from Mabon to Samhain, once I put it up, I usually keep some kind of offering in it, and I switch them around. Probably every third or fourth day, I bet I put something new in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And that's just my way to keep my connection going, because this is the time to connect so much. It's a way, more than anything, because I'm an ADD brain. It's like a way to keep myself thinking about connecting.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. It's like a tab lock, right? If I do this motion, this, do this, then this will happen.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
So because of, the fact that we really are talking about our crone phases, I was going to just mention that for me and for a lot of people that I've talked to when after menopause or after, when I'm getting older, I feel like I can connect a little bit easier, and I feel a stronger connection to most of my ancestors now than I ever have. And I've always done a lot of ancestor work, but it
Yeah.
seems like maybe because we're closer to the grave, I don't know.
Maybe I noticed that. Yep. From probably like a year, maybe a year and a half now, it's been ramped up.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I
Yep.
think it's just easier. It's easier to picture them. It's easier to reach out and connect. I see more, I feel them more.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even count how many times. It's definitely on a daily basis. I feel like I'm calling out to them. Either, you guys gotta help me with this, or
yeah,
whatever it is.
Can't do this shit on my own.
Yeah. Why aren't you helping me?
I don't want adults anymore.
Yeah, please do it for me.
Oh my gosh. So what else we got? Oh, so the emotional and psychological. So I was reading that healing ancestral trauma through connecting with the ancestors too. If you had a lot of trauma in the family, we had a lot of like alcoholics and just unresolved issues in the family. You pick up stories here and there. And hopefully, by connecting and learning and listening, you'll be able to heal some of those traumas in your ancestral line.
Yes, definitely. And that is kind of not only for you, but also for your line. The one of the main points of working with your ancestors is to heal your ancestral line so that they're able to connect better and to do more with you, and to, that your line is venerated and is elevated for the future.
Yeah. For the kids, right?
Yeah.
I want them to guide them as well.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Hi, Linda. It's all right. Yeah. The other thing is, and I think I don't have your thing up for some reason. I can't find it. But I think you were talking about like low vibration ancestors, or ancestors that you don't necessarily want to connect with.
Yeah. Well, that's like the boundaries, right? Say, I only want to connect with those beneficial to me in this life.
Yes.
To help with this, I don't know, soul contract, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that we decide collectively as like a family pod or whatever, soul group, what we need to learn and who's going to be who for whom. If that makes sense. There's too many who's in there. But
yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so I really think that it's better to just keep the baddies away. I don't want to deal with any like Jack the Rippers or anything,
Right.
No.
And that I know some people have said that they, had people in their life that was abusive to them in life, or that, were not very good people to them in life, that they just didn't even want to connect after they had passed over. And that is certainly okay. Absolutely understandable. If that is how you feel about it, then, set your boundaries, let them know who you want to connect with and who you don't.
Yeah.
I will say on a personal note that I have had different experiences with ancestors that are like that have crossed over, because they learn so much. Like it's like an awakening. As soon as they cross over, they are able to see things differently than they have ever been able to in life. And I have, I'll tell you for one thing, my dad's father, my grandfather on my dad's side, was not a very nice person. He was never nice to my father. He was one of those dads that never like said, I love you to him. Never, he like beat the hell out of him. He would put him down all the time, never said a good thing, always was downing him and everything. And was never, we were never close with him. And when he died, I had a dream about him. He like visited me in a dream, and like it was immediate. You could, I can't even explain it. I could see on his face oh my gosh, I can't believe how awful I was. And because you suddenly realize once you're there, you get to see everybody, like the effect of what you're doing on to other people.
Yes.
And
I've
so
heard that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the immediate thing was, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And I never would have. And I can't believe I did. And that's not who I want to be. And, I'm so sorry. So I have been closer with him since he died than I ever was in life.
Wow.
So I think there's something to be said for reaching out if you feel that you want to, or if they visit and you see that there's a change or something like that, but don't feel like you have to. That's a very personal choice, and neither is the wrong way. There's no right, there's no wrong here. It is very, very personal. So
yes.
Yes.
Oh, what else we got? What are you doing for Samhain this year? Have you made any plans?
I have not made any plans at all yet, which is really weird for me.
Everything's in such an upheaval, it feels like this year. Right?
I know. And financially and stuff, I've been trying to talk Peter into going to Sleepy Hollow, not necessarily for Samhain, but close to then.
You should come out to Salem. We should do Salem.
Have you done Salem in October?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like crazy pants down there.
Yeah, like it's nice, but
there's like churchgoers banging on stuff, throwing Bibles.
And it's so busy, crazy busy. And it's fun.
The stores.
Yeah. Lines for the stores. It's fun, but it's just so insane. I don't know if I would do Salem in October anymore. It's just so nuts.
We could go in like April or May.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I would even go, I think we went once in October. I think before that it was September or something. So it was kind of ramping up to that.
Oh, yeah.
And it was after COVID had hit, but it was starting to settle a little bit. We went with Mikey the last time, and I think it was September.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was really fun, and it was still crazy, but it wasn't quite Samhain crazy. It wasn't quite October crazy. I don't think the religious people, the evangelical people get there until a lot closer. So that helped a little.
Oh my gosh. I do love watching the street performers though. There's some really great performers down there. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, I will say it's hard because you miss out on some of the really cool fun stuff too, because they don't do it all year round, all the stuff.
Yeah, they have an awesome psychic fair too. I had my aura done.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's cool.
Blue and purple.
That's cool. That's when we went, trying to think, it wasn't the September one when we went. It couldn't have been October. I've only been twice. No, it must have been October then, because it wasn't the September. It wasn't this last time. Is when I met Lori Cabot, and And I love Lori Cabot's books and stuff, even though she's
right.
yes, she's very, this is the way you do things. And there is no other way, you're crazy. So don't tell me about how you do something different.
Right.
She's very old school.
Yeah. Yes. And that's
Which
how
of course,
learned.
oh yeah, it's really, and me, I'm like, oh no,
Very
I don't do that way. I kind of, I just do my own thing. And yeah, it doesn't work that way.
No, I'm very laxy daisy.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Thanks so much.
Yeah. She's awesome though.
Yeah, she is. Absolutely. She just is, she's from the time that everything was just so.
Yeah, absolutely. And I went in there once and they have her in this little tiny reading room. Oh my God, it's so funny. And there's like the windows, the old windows that are, oh my God. I was like, can you breathe in there, you poor lady?
I know, right?
God.
My father was a psychotic schizophrenic. He came to me at his death time. I felt his spirit was free from his body. He was worried. I didn't know he was free from his disease at death. See, now, did you feel like that was a healing experience? Because I had, when my grandfather came to me, I never had a good feeling about my grandfather at all until he transitioned. And then it was like night and day. It was like, okay, I can tell. I didn't even go to his funeral because I was like, yeah, I don't have anything. Nope, I don't want to. No. And my dad's sister was mad at me for a while and stuff. And I was like, I have no reason to go to that.
No.
And it was, I think it was the day before the funeral that he came to me in the dream. And then I really felt good about it because I was like, I definitely have because I've made my peace with things now. We've made our peace with each other. I'm good.
Right.
He gets it now and is sorry and is totally remorseful about how he lived his life. And hopefully he'll learn and do it differently the next time.
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully that's how it works. My brother was paranoid schizophrenic. Yeah. That's scary. That's a scary disease.
Yeah.
But Jackie was like in the 70s, so it wasn't real controlled then. But yeah, I spent a lot of time in Westwood Lodge in Westwood, Mass.
Wow.
Psychiatric hospital.
And they had the really hard drugs then too for that stuff.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they were awful.
Yeah.
All the side effects.
That's hard.
Terrible. All right, where else? Oh, I do. This is I really love Stephen Farmer. Has done a couple different decks and stuff, but he also wrote a book about healing ancestral karma. And one of my favorite quotes about ancestor work is it says, when we heal ourselves, we heal the past, the present, and the future. There are 4 things our ancestors need from us: acknowledgement, validation, understanding, and forgiveness.
I love that.
So when you're connecting, keep that in mind. Those are the 4 things that your ancestors, if they're connecting usually for one of those 4 reasons.
Nice.
Acknowledgement, validation, understanding, and forgiveness.
I love that.
So that's a good one. I will post my thing. I'm teaching tonight from, I did a whole series on my channel years ago now. That was, initiation. I did an initiation series where I did a whole initiation into pagan belief systems and stuff. And this was my ancestor teaching. So I will post that in the group too.
Oh, that'll be good. So the hard part of ancestor work, right? The visiting the people that you weren't friends with in life or didn't love or whatever, had a falling out with, that would be hard.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part of ancestor work. I don't know as I would ever reach out to anybody that I don't like in my family. There's a few people that I don't think I'd call upon.
Yeah, I can see that. I have a few that it's funny. I had a picture of one on my ancestor altar for a while, and I just like never wanted to connect because he just was such a hypocrite to me. We had like a family friend who was almost like an uncle, kind of. He was very, very close with my aunt, and he was a priest. And he was the most hypocritical person I've ever met in my entire life. And I just can't stand him. But he was always a family friend. And so when he died, I thought, I should put him on my ancestor. I think I had him on there for maybe, a month or something. And I thought, no, you know what? This is my ancestral altar.
Right.
I don't have any interest in connecting to you.
Yep. Good for you. It's yours. Make it yours.
Yeah. And to me, even if he has changed and figured it out and stuff, I don't care. I don't want nothing to do with you.
No.
So again, it's totally a personal thing, and you're okay either way.
So create an ancestor altar as a way to enhance your practice. I might do one. I have my.
It doesn't have to be huge.
No, I used to do a big Samhain altar, but I don't know. It's so much work.
Yeah, it is a lot of work.
It is a lot.
You could, an ancestor altar, you could just have a candle and a little dish for your offerings, and that's where you go to connect. It can be as simple or as elaborate as you want. It does not have to be a huge thing.
No. Ancestral journeying. Do you do that with drumming, trance, and all that stuff?
Yes, I have done that. I will say, there's something about, I don't know if I have to see, I don't know any other druids, but Benny is really good at that. And there's something about him and I, when we are doing shamanic drumming together, that is like the ancestor connection just goes really well. We're able to really connect really well.
Yeah.
So I keep thinking I'm going to ask Benny to come over on one of these nice days. What's that?
He still lives by you?
Yes, he literally, I hardly ever see him, but he literally lives like around the block.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my. I love
that. He came over a couple of weeks ago because his cat died. Poor Benny. And I gave him, some special sage and a couple incenses and stuff from my, I have a kit that I had put together when we had a shop and we were going out to like clear houses and bless houses and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So I gave him some of the incense and stuff to clear spirit and
that's cool.
That kind of stuff. Yeah. So, and he's doing pretty good. Him and his boyfriend are doing good. His boyfriend's, it's funny, the more they're together, the more Ben starts looking like him. I'm like, you're like melding into one person. Very funny.
Funny. Match made in heaven.
Yes, it is. But yeah, altars, it's not the only way. Shamanic drumming is great. Shamanic journeying is great. There's some YouTube ones that are pretty good too that you can connect to. Insight Editions. Insight Timer. The Insight Timer app has some good connecting ones for connecting to ancestors.
Yeah. I did a journey with my brother, actually. I wanted to see like what he was thinking of when he died. I don't know if you know, he jumped off the Sagamore Bridge going to the Cape.
Wow.
Like really, really, really high up.
Wow.
His neck like immediately when he hit the water. So I'm like pretty much detached from that now, unless I'm talking with him. But
right.
Because I was only 10, so it like doesn't affect me. I don't remember
right.
a lot. But that was super interesting because he brought me all the way to the water with him.
Wow.
That was freaky.
Wow.
Yeah.
How interesting. That was
messed up.
I mean, tragic and awful, but super interesting. Yeah, how long you have on the way down thinking about.
Yep.
Can I ask you, and you don't have to tell me, but did he change his mind on the way down? Like, oh shit, I really don't want to do this. No.
No, he hated this life so much.
Aw.
And I think it was because the parent had schizophrenia.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a good time for that. And I think he was gay. So that
even
wasn't a good
worse.
time for that either. You know.
Oh,
Yeah. That's
sad. Tragic.
Yeah. So ancestral journeying is very interesting if you can do it. That's
definitely.
Dream work and divination. Somebody was saying tarot cards.
Definitely. There's all kinds of great spreads and stuff. Benabel Wen has a great ancestor, connecting with your ancestors video with a good spread. I'll try to post it.
Okay.
Because it's a really good one. And it's just, I think it's it might be a 3-card spread. It's not a long one. It's just a fairly short one, but it's really good.
Oh, that's good.
And then she did a video to kind of talk about it. So I'll try to post that in the group.
I love her stuff.
Yeah, I do too. I love Benabel. What else? There are some stones can really help you connect. Like obsidian. Obsidian forever and ever has been a really good connecting stone, and it's good for scrying. So you can see if you're working on mediumship work and stuff, you can see stuff in the stone. Selenite is a good one. Amethyst, lapis, bloodstone, smoky quartz, black tourmaline. Amber is a great one. I use amber a lot. I have an amber Scully that is always on my ancestor altar.
He's awesome.
So he's always on my ancestor altar.
We have an amber Scully too, but he's not that pretty.
It's funny. I have this is terrible, but I have like better quality amber skulls that are smaller.
Oh yeah.
He's actually reconstituted amber, which is why he's so pretty and clean looking, because it's still real amber, but they melt it down and then they put it into a form and put it together.
Oh, that's cool.
And I always connect with him more than like with the quote unquote natural amber.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I usually use obsidian and lapis for.
Yeah. Obsidian is a good one. For me, I don't use a lot of regular straight obsidian. I use rainbow obsidian, silver sheen, gold sheen, fire obsidian. Obsidian has always been too harsh for me, so it's
very strong. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a light switch. It's on or off. There is no like building into it. It's hit you in the face, bam, or So I always
Bella
have like
broke my obsidian one yesterday. I got to restring it. I was
yes. I've never had an obsidian bracelet, just a straight obsidian bracelet, because I'm sure it would fall right off of me. That'd be it. It just nope. We don't. I mean, I like it, but I just don't use it because it's so jarring. Whatever it does so quickly that it might as well smack me in the head.
Yep.
Which sometimes I need, but
maybe that's
ametrine, carnelian, sunstone. Sunstone is a good one that you wouldn't necessarily think of to connect to ancestors. Sunstone for me visually is a really good one when you're doing like visual meditation work to connect and stuff. It allows me to like focus in on specific days with ancestors, and
oh wow,
I don't know if it's just me or there's something that it really helps me to focus.
I'll have to try it and see. I've never used it for that. Have you done any history research on your family line?
Ask Grandpa. He might. It depends on how late. I'm usually up until like midnight maybe, but that would be like really, really late. Ask Grandpa if he minds. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Have you done any investigating in your family tree?
I have. I've actually done a lot of work on one side, on my mother's side. I've done a lot. I can trace it back a lot. It's funny, on my mother's side, both sides of the family have deep family tree historical kind of stuff.
Mm.
The Underhills, which is my mom's dad, they have a historical society. They have like books that trace the
Oh,
whole
really?
family line.
Oh, my cousins have one of those. It's like a big tomb of information.
Yes. Yes, they have it looks like an encyclopedia series. I mean, I
Oh,
to
that's
go back so far, we can go back to the asshole that was, I think, on the Mayflowers, that, Captain John Smith. We're related to him.
oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And
We came over
beyond. I
that
mean,
way
that's
too.
and then on my grandmother's side, we have like a Danish queen and stuff that we can go back to that. That it's so a lot on my mother's side. I have a lot, and then I've gone a little bit on my dad's side. I've gone on my own, so I have some that way too.
Oh, good. Yeah. Um,
Um,
we
have
trace
you done that?
we trace back to Scotland in the 1400s. We were kings of some island out there. So
Cool.
yeah. And then we lived in Argyll, and then we moved to Ireland, and then England, and then the United States, where one of my grandfathers signed the Declaration of Independence. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Keen was
I
his
did
name.
have to say, I highly recommend doing that if you can. It's a lot easier now than it used to be.
Oh yeah, big time.
Um, if financially are able, I highly recommend doing the ancestry.com or something for a month, and just really, if you do it when you have time to actually delve into it,
Yeah.
so that you pay for a month,
Yeah.
delve really hard into it, and then you don't have to pay for it anymore like that.
$50, right? And
Yeah.
then each leaf is something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
You can do like an unlimited thing for a month. Well, at least you used to be able to. I don't know. It's been a while since I did that. But you can do like an unlimited thing for a month and
Ooh.
just really do a deep dive as much as you can. The problem is that when you're done paying for it, they always are like, hey, I found a new leaf. If you want to open it, you have to pay
Yeah.
again. You know what I'm like?
Yeah, I know. Right. Well, that's it. Draw your line in the sand. This is the year I'm going to, and I'm not doing anything else.
And that's it. I'm done. But they have a lot of interesting information in there. And the other thing you can do is go to the historical societies and stuff in your towns. They are bored as hell. People do not go to them anymore because of the internet. So if you have a historical society in your town, go and check them out and ask them for help to do that, and that they are really happy to have someone to that wants their knowledge, and
Right.
they're really helpful.
Yep.
So they kind of love that. Most of them. I'm not going to say everyone you go to will be like that, but everyone we've ever gone to is like, oh yeah, let's look this up and let's go over here.
Yeah, the one in our town is super good.
So
Hi, Summer.
And the other thing too is that the new they're not really new anymore, but like 23andMe and stuff, that's very helpful too. At least you can get a lot of ancestors that are alive now that you didn't know you had. And they're very specific. Like I did mine so long ago at this point that they're super specific about where your family comes from, and they can, I have all my Ireland, where my Ireland ancestors came from. I have some in Scotland. I have some, in Denmark. They can go down to the towns that your family is from.
Holy smokes, I didn't know that.
So that is really interesting too.
We haven't taken the money to do that yet.
And I'll tell you, it used to be, I don't know if it's still like this, but you used to be, your FSH. Your
What is
the money that you get, like if you have health insurance from work
Oh,
and
yeah.
you get the flexible spending,
Yep.
you can use that for the DNA testing.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
We didn't do one of those.
Yes. So if that's something I happened to have extra one year that we hadn't used, and I was like, hey, I think I heard somewhere. So we called them and they said, oh yeah. So Peter and I both did it.
Cool. Oh, hopefully they'll have like a Black Friday sale or something.
Yeah. Yeah. They have sales all the time.
Yeah.
I tried Ancestry. It did not have hardly anything for my family. Really? Was it a long time ago or was it recently?
I did do my grandfather's side and come up that they were cattle rustlers.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so I didn't dive in anymore because they were bad people.
That's it. That's where I want to stop.
Right. My grandfather was awesome, but not that I knew him, but the stories. He died before I was born, but
Within the last 3 years. No kidding. That's surprising. Again, my recommendation would be a historical society in your town. If you have the historical society in your town, check them out because they're really super helpful. They'll look stuff up for you. They know how to look for stuff, and they get down to some of the stories. And I always wished that I could be a famous person for a day and do that show. What is that show? The show that the black guy does when he takes all the, actresses and stuff and actors and they do their family histories.
No, I've never seen it, but it sounds good.
What the heck is the show called? No.
Can't think of it.
My brain is I was saying before we started, my brain is fried. I actually record all of them. I have it on my list and I can't remember what the heck it's called.
Google it.
Yeah. Show. It's because it's really good. I love seeing all them. Show about ancestry, celebrity ancestry. It's Finding Your Roots.
Oh, fun.
It's called Finding Your Roots, and it's really good. And they take like all these actresses and actors and stuff, and they do just that. They go back through their roots. They end up giving them this big family tree thing, and they tell them all the stories of their roots and where they came from and their ancestors. Really cool show.
That sounds really good.
I like it. And I like when there's something really super surprising in their background. They're like, oh, what?
I know. No.
Funny. I'm trying to remember who was it. Almost all the white people have owned slaves in their ancestry at some point.
Oh, geez.
And they get to that point and they're always like, okay, well, we were hoping this, wouldn't get there, but.
That's funny. Oh, I'm sure my family must have owned slaves because Thomas or his dad, William McKean, was in Virginia. So that was like the South, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
So they must.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I've already done some ancestry healing work and stuff because Captain John Smith was one of my ancestors and he was a piece of shit.
He was a dick.
Yeah. He was a piece of shit.
Burn the bones.
Yes.
Oh, funny. Oh my God.
Small city in Wyoming, but I know my great grandfather was German. My great grandmother was Irish. They were immigrants to the U.S. Oh, that's cool. Nice. You can look up the list of immigrants on where the Statue of Liberty is. What the hell is the island called?
Oh, Ellis Island.
Ellis Island. Yeah. If you look up Ellis Island, I think it's online now where you should be able to look up your ancestors where they signed in and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm going to try.
Yeah.
That's funny. What we're trying to find is Bob's grandparents were deaf mutes and they were in Auschwitz. They were one of the
Wow.
very few children that survived Auschwitz because they couldn't tell anybody anything.
Wow.
Yeah. But we can't I think the last name was Weiner, and we can't find a record of it anywhere, so I'm gonna check there too.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. That's cool. Herbs. There's lots of herbs. You can make your own incense for ancestor work. Mugwort is a great one. Wormwood is a good one. Again, be careful with wormwood inside. Do not use it for your inside incense because it's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful and it smells terrible. It's really good for psychic work, but
I was
don't use it
just gonna
inside.
say you can get like euphoria. You can get high from it.
Yeah, definitely. It's hallucinogenic. It definitely is. But that's the one though that like I open up the bag and I can taste it in the back of my throat.
Oh yeah.
It's awful.
Thanks for coming, Summer.
Thanks for coming. Bay leaves are great for psychic abilities and connecting. Tobacco is a big one. I use a lot of tobacco. I try to get it's funny, I miss living in North Carolina. If anybody lives in North Carolina or Georgia or someplace that they still grow tobacco a little bit, let me know. I would love to get a couple more leaves because really you only need a couple leaves and they last a really long time. But when I lived in North Carolina, we used to, go pick a couple leaves and then you'd have all you needed. And it was nice that it was natural. But if you cannot do that, I try to get the pouches.
Oh yeah.
Rather than get, cigarettes with filters or anything.
Tobacco.
Yes.
I wonder if you can grow it. Can you grow it? Is that a legal thing? Probably.
I think it'd be different. I don't think they would bug you if you grew it grew one plant. It's not like you're growing it to sell it or anything.
Well, that's true, but it's illegal to grow marijuana in New Hampshire, so we got to be careful.
Yeah, I see. I don't pay much attention to those stupid laws, but
Oh, you know what? We're the 83rd freest country in the world. I did a paper the other day with a student.
Bob, isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Bob thinks he will not move out of country for no, not do it. And I'm like, America isn't the greatest anymore.
No, it is not. It really isn't. I'll tell you, I was talking with several people, but someone because I was like, I don't know, you kind of look around the world and there's not a whole lot of countries that have it together anyways. I don't know where I would go that I feel like I wouldn't have to deal with the same crap there, except Ireland. Like when I investigated Ireland, I thought
I could do that.
Yep. I think I could do that.
Yep. Just give me a field on top of a mountain with sheep. I would be very happy.
Yes. So tobacco, pine, rose, and skullcap.
Oh, yeah, skullcap. That's good.
Are really good ones.
Tobacco cologne, Lori said. I've never.
Oh, I love. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
No kidding.
You can get it off of Amazon. It's really Hexen used to have it. And it smells really good.
Oh, I bet. I love the smell of tobacco from being a smoker. I don't like it after it's burned, though.
Yeah, no. Does not smell like an ashtray. It smells like tobacco.
Yeah. That sounds nice.
Yes.
Thank you, Lori.
That's a great idea. I didn't think of that at all. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to write that down too because, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I kind of forgot about it.
Oh, you smoked mugwort? That's supposed to be good for your lungs. I was thinking about doing it.
Oh, I bet you would never get the taste out of the back of your throat, though.
I know. Ugh. All those little hairs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like the pipey bowl too. Yeah, it comes in a bottle like Florida water. Exactly.
Oh.
And actually, you can get it in a really big bottle too.
Cool.
So you can cleanse with it and stuff. Because I have Oh, yeah, I'm never going to get that one. I have a different form of Florida water that I like the smell of it way better because it's like made from rue. No, I have rue water too, but that's not the one I like so much. It's a different one. Damn it. I'm never going to remember.
Is there a link to it?
Hold on 1 second. I think I even might know where it is. Hold on.
Okay. Herbal magic. Let's see. Mugwort for dream work, rosemary for remembrance, or you. I've never done anything with you. For death and afterlife, and spells or rituals meant to honor your ancestors. And visiting grave sites. I don't do that. Just because I know they're not there.
Okay, so this is the regular Florida water. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, it's fine.
And this is Kanaga water. I like the Kanaga water. It smells amazing, and it's made from a different herb than Florida water is.
Huh.
And I can't remember, but it smells so good.
Ooh.
I love this one. So I use this one to, it's so good.
I'll have to buy a prepared one. I'm always mixing up my own.
I know. I do that a lot too, but I have to say, boy,
cheap.
This one?
Well, not cheap, frugal, I guess. I'd rather save my money for like a new deck or something.
Yeah, I agree. I hear you. I hear you. Find ways around candles and incense. Yep. Mixed it with weed, but tastes horrible. But it really opened up my third eye. Yeah, I agree. I
think I'm gonna try it. I have COPD too, but I don't care.
I use the mugwort I make my own flying ointment, and I use a little bit of that in there, and it works really well.
Yeah. Yeah, COPD. I was diagnosed like 15 years ago, but it hasn't gotten worse yet. So
you're just gonna keep right on smoking.
I know. Yeah, smoking lots of things. Mugwort,
I know.
mullein, and vapey things, and yeah.
We all have vices. I know. It was hard for me to. It was one of the hardest things I ever did was quit smoking. So I hear you.
Yeah, that's my smoke screen for bullshit. Or it used to be. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I used to just go outside and take a break.
Right. I will say that was tough when I was working in X-ray still. When you quit smoking, you don't get the breaks.
No,
ever.
No. I know, and that's not fair. Even
I know.
as a smoker, I don't agree with that.
I know, and none of the smokers do. It's not their fault. It's just, you know, because you're not looking to go outside and stuff, you just don't think about it, and or it's busy or it's whatever, and so you don't think about just taking that 5 minutes to step out for a second and
regroup.
Yep.
Have you ever used you in spells or incense?
I have used you would.
Yeah, well, it said to use you in death or afterlife and spells or rituals.
Oh, I don't know if I knew that. That's one of the 9 sacred woods. So I know I used it, you know, in doing the 9 sacred woods, but I don't think I've used it specifically for that. That's really cool.
That's new. Oh, before you came back, I was talking about grave sites. I was feeling guilty because I haven't been dead. My mom's been dead for 3 years. I think 3 years. As of November 11th. And I haven't been down there once since we buried her. But I don't know. I don't do the grave site visit things just because they're not there.
Yeah, I don't. I don't either. I haven't been to my grandparents' grave because they come and visit me all the time, though. So I'm like, I will say, when we lived in Watkins Glen, we lived within walking distance of a very old graveyard that I would go all the time. But I didn't go to like visit a specific person or something. I just went to, you know, be with the
the
spirits that
spats
kind of
and-
hung out and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But I don't think, same thing. I don't feel it necessary to go to the gravesite to hang out with my grandparents because they come visit me
Yeah.
all the time. I don't, especially I've said to my kids before, I don't want a gravesite. I don't want it to be in an urn or something. Because the last thing I'm going to do is hang out with my dead body.
Right. Yeah, gross.
No.
They're
No.
gross. Anyway.
Yeah. I cannot wait, when I'm free of this thing, yay, I'm not going to come hang out with it.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I wanted a natural burial, but they're not easy to do in New Hampshire because the only one is all the way up by the Canadian border. So I'm not going to make everybody drive up there.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not easy here too. My kids know I want to be cremated, and then they're going to put me in a paintball gun and shoot me around a few places that I want to be at. One is Abraham Lincoln's statue in Washington, D.C. I love that statue.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're going to, it's totally illegal though. So they're going to have to like go at night, and they're like, we'll shoot you I just told them not at the crotch. They have to shoot me at his face at least or something.
Right here.
Not
idea.
at the crotch. I mean it.
Do not shoot Lincoln in the balls.
But yeah. All right. Anything else? Wow, we're running over.
Are we? Oh my gosh.
Whoops.
Ancestor dolls.
Oh yes, definitely.
Husk, wood.
Poppets.
Clay, yeah. Plant a tree or herb garden in their honor.
Yes.
That would be fun.
Yes.
Dance or movement. Create ancestral jewelry. We talked a lot today. We're not getting to all the everythings. But
yeah,
printable. It's in the group.
Yeah, I will post mine in there too.
Oh, thank you.
There is some stuff. On a lighter note, not that this has been bad, but I will say too that I don't know if any of you, the rest of you, are watching Agatha, but it's so good.
Agatha?
Yes. It's really, really good, and I really do like it. That's where the Ballad of the Witch's Road came from. Agatha all along. It's it's actually from a Marvel thing, but you don't have to watch the Marvel thing before it and all that. You'll catch up. It's okay.
Yeah.
But it's totally a witchy thing, and I'm really liking it. I love it.
What channel is that on? What
it's a
thing?
Disney Plus thing.
Okay.
I
don't have Disney Plus.
Or YouTube.
I don't either. I know. I think you can get it in other places though.
Okay.
I get all of my stuff from other places.
Yeah.
Because I don't, you have little boxes that you just get whatever you want, and
oh no, I don't have those.
They're less than $100.
$50 about it.
And then you just get whatever you want. We'll talk.
Yeah. All right, because I don't know about that. No, but when we do, like when what the hell? Mandalorian. When Mandalorian came out, we did like a binge thing, and then we shut it off the next month.
Shut it off again.
Yeah, that's the only one we wanted.
Get one of those boxes.
Yeah.
Keep way to do it.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Okay. So everybody come back next week. We got a fun tag we're gonna start.
Yes.
It's
yes.
so fun. And there's prizes. 2 prizes.
Yay. Okay. Let me pull our card real quick. Wisdom of the Crown deck.
Oh, good.
This one. Okay, so it says acceptance. And it says sometimes acceptance means accepting the unacceptable with grace. You are more than your body or mind. Love yourself completely and unconditionally. In finding your true self, you could just live happily ever after.
Nice.
I like it.
That's awesome.
I like it. All right, you guys, thanks for coming.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Next
We'll see
week's
you
gonna be
on-
really fun. So definitely plan on being here next week.
Yeah, we get some fun questions. So.
Yeah.
All right. See you all later. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, friends.
Bye.